Hey, what's up, good peoples? What's up, YouTube? What's up, Facebook? Welcome to the Bearded Man Chronicles show. One of the best shows on social media today. I need you guys, before we get into it, y'all, I need you guys to like, share, and subscribe if you're on YouTube. And if you're on Facebook, I need for you guys to share. Also, too, guys, if it's something that you think we can do better, make sure you reach out to any one of us. You can hit us in our inbox. You can let us know here. We always in the business to bring you something entertaining. So any feedback that you guys have, make sure you let us know, good, bad, and indifferent. As always, I cannot do this damn show by myself. And we got a full show for you too. We got a virgin on here. Well, she's technically not a virgin, but she's a virgin to the show. I'm gonna just introduce her, y'all. Everybody, welcome Nyla to the show.
I'm over here shaking my head like, look. Hey.
What's up? Welcome. You ready?
I'm ready.
All righty. All right, next, come on. We got Miss D up in here. What's up, Miss D? You ready?
Everybody.
Hey, you know you a teacher by profession. Are you ready to teach people on the day? Are you ready to teach people?
I teach children. I don't teach adults.
Oh, okay. Everybody, welcome Shay to the show.
What's up, ladies and bearded man?
What's up? Ooh,
Hey.
Are you showing tits? What's going on? Oh,
And it's gone. It's gone.
Hey, everybody, welcome Nate the Great to the show. What's up, Nate? What's going on with you, brother?
Yo. Let's get to it.
You ready?
Yeah.
All righty. All right, come on, Trey, man. Welcome to the show. Wait, should I go get a red hat? What's going on? Is this red hat today?
Cheers, everyone.
He was down with us.
All right, cheers. Let's go. We got to get a
Oh,
toast.
man. Oh, they turning up on here. We got some.
Drinks up.
We got my best friend Don Julio here. We got my cousin Whiskey. Oh, man. Oh, yeah.
I gotta enjoy this drinking because after Friday I won't be able to.
All right, so I better see you leaning to the side by the end of the show.
Are you taking shots too, D? Oh, let me get a shot glass then. Shit, you out here
Man,
playing.
love, man. I'm telling you, love. They say love make you do some crazy things, y'all.
Hey, I seen that post. Let me go get my shot and toast up to Miss D.
Y'all know, do this today.
What's that song? Boot up.
Right, she moved up for sure. So listen, guys, before we jump into it, I asked the icebreaker of the show. So this is a TikTok phenomenon, right? It's called "We Listen, but We Don't Judge."
Woo.
So I'll start first. And how it works is you got to be honest. Okay, Nate got his stuff. So we listen, but we don't judge. Sometimes when I go to the hotel, when I leave, all of a sudden there's extra towels in my suitcase. I don't know how, but I don't know. But we listen and we don't judge. Who's going next?
I got one thing. Sometimes when I leave work, all my cleaning supplies in my house, it may come from the office,
Oh, okay. We listen and we don't judge. Come on, Nyla, take us away.
I don't have one yet. I'm
Come on. We gotta be quick with it.
God damn it.
No.
It's something that you don't want nobody to judge. It can be anything.
But it seemed like we're all going on because when you said that, I was like, okay, I got it. But I'm like, everybody going with Stella.
Guess what? We ain't judging though. We don't judge.
We listen and we don't judge.
Go ahead, Miss D. We listen and we don't judge.
Anytime
I get them from
You said what?
I don't buy school supplies. I get them from the school.
Come on.
Oh, okay. But we listen and we don't judge. Come on, Nyla.
Anytime I go to the doctor, I'm in the drawers. Take it.
We listen and we don't judge. Give me some Band-Aids.
Right, and some gloves. Let me get some gloves.
Nate, take us away.
When I'm alone in my room, sometimes I stare at the wall. In the back of my mind, I hear my conscience call, telling me I need a girl who's sweet as a dove. In my life, I think I need love.
Hey, we listen and we don't judge. Come on, Shay.
Maybe like she judging people.
Yeah, I know, right?
I don't know.
Hey, come on.
But it's
You
something.
know what? I don't like kids.
Hey, we listen and we don't judge.
I'm with you on that one.
I really don't either. And I see. No,
Right.
What's up, good people? Listen, we ain't judging, but don't judge us. You don't judge us. So yeah, we gonna jump into it. Let's see how I want to go with this. Let me ask you guys this: is it wise to date someone with a newborn? Is that a red flag?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, she still messing with my baby daddy. The hell?
And it's
But-
it's like
You said a newborn?
I'll say a newborn to 12 months. Is that a red flag?
Well, that's a year-old baby. That's different.
Yeah, I would
from
say
a
1 year
newborn.
old, you can do
That's
that.
different
But
from a newborn.
Okay, well, I'm gonna say this: a newborn at 6 months. Is that a red flag? Why? Tell me why.
Just from experience, I mean, that woman body's still going through changes. So she got a newborn baby. How's she gonna adapt to a newborn baby and adapt to a new relationship?
Okay, okay, okay.
To each
I
his own.
respect that.
I'm not judging.
Okay. What about for you, ladies? Chime in. Is it a red flag or is it wise to date someone with a newborn?
I don't know if it's necessarily a red flag, but I'm not doing it.
Yeah.
Like Shay said, I'm not a fan of kids.
Mm-mm.
So when I decide to date or whomever I'm dating, that's one of the first few questions I'm asking about kids. I don't want to date a man with any small children at
Period.
all.
So you're willing to possibly let a good thing go only because he has good small child?
Yeah.
Exactly. Precisely. That's
Dang.
what she's saying.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay, hold on. I'm gonna play devil's advocate. Now,
Okay.
so he checks every box. He just got a baby. He got custody of his baby because his baby mama ain't shit. So he got custody of his 2-year-old. But he checked every box you ever asked God for. You gonna let him go?
He ain't my man. He ain't
Right.
yeah,
I'm saying
he
God
ain't
ain't
my
sending me
man
that
either.
because God know I don't want to raise.
You can't tell God what to send you now. Wait a minute. We're not gonna do that. We're not gonna do that. You can't tell him. All you can do is ask. And what he sends you is what you need.
Nah. He ain't gonna send no. God know our heart, and he ain't gonna send us nothing that we don't want.
He may be a good man, but I know I don't want to raise nobody kids.
Yeah,
and I would have to step in and play that role, and I don't want to do that.
Okay. What about you, Miss D?
You know what? I can't even say that because when I got with my child, he's not her biological dad, but he raised her before he passed away. I was pregnant with her.
Oh.
And he raised her all the way up until she was 10 years old when he passed away. So I can't say that I won't get with anybody that has a small child or has a newborn baby because somebody did it to me.
Okay.
Oh, wow. That's good. See, I look at it different. So I'm looking at it from, okay, I guess I'll play devil's advocate, right? Just because somebody is pregnant, I think oftentimes that people, so let me ask you guys this before I answer my question. What is the most responsible job that we have that a lot of people are irresponsible at?
Take
It's
care
simple.
of your priorities. Take care of yourself.
That, but I'm looking for something else. That's one. It's one of the biggest jobs that we all do not every day. Some do it every day, some do it every other day, but a lot of us are irresponsible. It's sex. It's sex.
That I have is what you say.
It's sex. I think one of the most responsible jobs we have is sex, and oftentimes we're irresponsible. So with the irresponsible part, we have children. If you think, I don't think necessarily that a lot of times people have kids. I think that sometimes people have. It's not that they're being irresponsible, and well, I guess essentially you are being responsible because you're not protecting yourself. But if you be responsible with that, right? You enjoy just a good time, but you won't. Then you enjoy the good time, but you won't come. What comes with that, like kids. So oftentimes you like a good time, but you realize I can't stand her, I can't stand him, and then guess what happened? You have a baby, and so just because you have a baby, I don't necessarily think that it's a bad thing, I guess I would want to ask questions like, what had happened in that? Like, yeah, so what happened to your baby father? Is it that y'all did not work out, or I mean, what was it? Like, I would have to ask questions. But to your point, Miss D, you were pregnant and you had a man come in and raised your baby for 10 years.
Did
So
I
it's
mean,
like, go
if
ahead.
you're talking about something when I was younger, and let's say
Mhm.
I found out somebody passed away, that's a totally different story. But if that person is still living and got breath in their body, I'm not messing with you because it's just too much of a risk of me. You know, when you date somebody who has children, especially that small, you fall in love with their children. And
Mm-hmm.
then something happens, y'all separate, and now here I am. Not only am I heartbroken that we not together, I'm heartbroken because I done went to little Sally's game. I done bought her little pom poms. I done bought her Christmas stuff. I done took her to the doctor because she had an ear infection. You know, I done took Christmas pictures with her. It
Mm-hmm.
is a huge, it's a heartbreak, and it's nothing like being heartbroken double time, especially with a child. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
good. Now you and all of the stuff that Trey was just talking about, God ain't send you. That was the devil.
Okay. So listen, is having more children, does that devalue you when you're looking to date? So if you mean to tell me, if a single woman who has her own, or single man who has his own, and he has 3 to 4 kids, does that devalue them?
How many baby mamas?
That don't got.
Now,
I'm
I
gonna be
do.
quiet. I'm
No,
gonna be
no,
quiet.
if you got 4 kids by your ex-husband, that's one thing. But if you got 4 kids by 3 different guys, that's a whole nother ball game.
How?
It
Tell me
how,
how does that change?
It
Because
changes. It
because
does.
like I said, if it's your husband, let's say y'all divorced, you supposed to have kids by your husband. So you didn't try this shit 3, 4 times. You ain't got to write check. Like, come on, what are we doing? You just gonna keep having babies? How do you only with for a small time?
Mm.
I mean, I know you go in thinking it's gonna be forever, but you can't just keep having babies for everybody now. Like I know women out here with literally 5 kids with 5 baby daddies. Like I'm like, okay, now when you gonna decide? When you gonna figure out that everybody don't get a baby? Everybody should not get a baby.
I'm
Mm.
so as a single as a man with no kids, right? I don't have any kids, so to me, I'm not judging any woman that has multiple kids, but I could see myself dating a woman with like more than 2 kids right now because that's not fair to me, especially if she got like 3 or 4 kids. Not only if you dating that woman, you dating that woman and them kids. And you know, ain't nothing like bringing over a pizza for little Chester or whoever the little kid is, if it's one, right? But if she got like 3 or 4 kids, that's a lot, man.
Get
Like, and
expensive, huh?
and that
Get
not
real
just
expensive.
expensive, but that's expensive, but it's a lot to take on.
right, right.
You gotta be emotionally
Invested.
and invested and you gotta be mature enough to be able to handle that.
So listen, Flutter fan said that's not true because I have 3 kids' father, and my kids are 4 and 5 years apart.
Okay.
I don't know what.
To each his own.
Right.
Shit, I mean, hey, to each his own. You know what? There's a lot of good men out there who would be good in that situation.
I think that women are in denial, and I'm a woman. You know what I'm saying?
Keep it
I'm a
real,
woman,
Shay.
and I'm gonna speak from a woman's standpoint. Like, if I was a guy, me, I'm not saying every man in the world. If I was a man and I met a woman and she had more than one child, in the mind frame I'm in now, I don't care if it was by the same guy. I don't feel like I would want to date her for the simple fact there's so many other women out here that don't have children. So it's like a plethora of choices. So why would I choose to be with someone who, one, I gotta take care of you, two, I gotta take care of your kids, three, I gotta deal with you and your baby daddy or your baby mama issues, four, I gotta deal with your kids not liking me or not wanting to listen to me. You got different structure at daddy house or mama house versus my house. It's a lot of headache. And then when you start talking about multiple children, I'm not gonna say that it devalues you, but it's like a used car. I mean, at some point, once you drive off the lot, your value drops.
It does
So,
devalue
I
you.
mean,
Yeah.
that's just you know what I'm saying? Where I'm coming from, but I'm not judging nobody who has children. I'm
Mhm.
just saying that in the real world, you know, there's so many other options of men or women dating men who don't have children or men dating women who don't have children. Why am I going to settle for a woman with 3 kids? I'm not. I'm just going to find me somebody else who don't got kids.
All right. So Flutter said, so why would I have a baby again by someone it didn't work out with just so society can say I'm a good woman? That's a good point. I don't think you should. I don't think
Not
if
at
it
all.
didn't work out with the first one, I don't know why people continue to have them. But I don't know if it's because society put that on people and make them feel like they have to. But most definitely, if the shit didn't work out in the first time, why do people keep having 3 and 4 and 5 kids? She said everybody don't have them issues. Y'all
Tyler
talking
Perry
about
movie.
Tyler Perry movies.
Nah, that's reality.
I
That's,
want
that's,
to.
that's
Tyler
real life.
Perry movies are made off of real stories.
I want to
Right.
touch back. I want to touch back on what Shay said, and there's no disrespect to any women out there in the audience that's listening, but it does devalue you when you got multiple kids and you're looking for a man.
But it
And
devalues men too. Let's keep it
it does. It
1,000.
does. It does. I don't
So
know
it's
what.
not a
I don't know what.
one-sided thing.
No, it's not. I don't know what women out there will date a man with 5 and 6 kids and 5,
So
6 baby mamas.
so let me
There's
ask
a lot
y'all
of
women
them
this.
unfortunately.
You said what,
Huh?
Trey?
There's a lot of women out there that I know cats with 8, 9, 10 babies and still got. I'm like, boy, how the hell?
So
Like,
listen,
why would you sign up to be baby mama number 6? Like, who does that?
but listen,
Dude, would you
is
say
that
it for the people in the back, please?
but listen, but is that a turn on if a guy have multiple kids and y'all see that he's taking care of all of his kids? Does that ring a bell and say, hey, well, at least I know he's a good father. He's taking care of every single kid. You still wouldn't give that man a chance?
That's
I would have to
ridiculous.
look at what he does for a living because shit is expensive. And I will look at it. If you got multiple kids, I'm looking at chances are they're being neglected in some way.
Nikki said, nope,
Not
don't care.
financially being able to fend for all of them, or you're not spending the adequate amount of time. And then if you are, where do I fit in?
Right, where's your time? Right, where's your time?
Absolutely. So
Okay.
I'm looking at all that. I
Okay.
don't want no man with a bunch of kids, no little kids.
But to go back to the devalue part, like I don't want anyone to feel like you aren't when I say devalued or value, I'm speaking of the hierarchy of the dating range. It's
Mhm.
not about you as a human. It's about the hierarchy of are you at the top tier when it's like I'm gonna line up 20 women and 5 of them has 3 children and the other 15, it varies between 1 and 2, you're going to be at the bottom podium. It's unfortunate, but you will be, because most people, especially someone who don't have children, don't want to deal with people who has a lot of children, and a lot can be plural. That means one, more than one. So
Right.
I mean, I don't want people to think that the value means as a human you're not valued, or because a woman doesn't have children means that she's better than another woman. It just means when you're talking about dating, the dating realm, I don't think people nowadays in 2025 want to date people with multiple kids.
But okay, so let me ask this. What if a person don't have kids, right? Is that still a red flag? Because one, there's 2 things gonna come out of that. One, they're gonna still want kids, and you may not want kids. Your clock might be shut down, right? Or 2, do you look at them differently because they don't have kids?
Some people don't want kids.
Some people, I might be jealous because they ain't got kids. Shit.
Hello.
So would y'all date a man that don't have kids, or a woman who don't have kids but saying I still want one at this age y'all are now? You find a good spouse.
Yeah.
I'm saying if you find a good spouse,
you ain't got kids, bro. So your outlook on children is a little different.
Who, mine?
Yeah.
But hold on, this is the thing though. I would date a woman. I would date a woman with a kid in the right situation if she's responsible, right?
Okay.
But also on the flip side, what Kevin just asked, I meet women, right? And they be like, man, at your age, you don't have no kids? I be like, yeah. And some women think that's weird and some think it's awesome.
Yep. Yeah, they do.
So, but someone be like, what's wrong with you? I'd be like, I just don't stick my in everything that I've seen.
Something
Right.
wrong with them for asking you, or something wrong with you.
But allegedly, women sometimes think that that's a red flag. If a man
Well,
don't have kids, they
it's
thinking you gay or
because
something, which
this
is
the part.
crazy.
Yeah, this the part that's weird, right? This the part that's weird in society, right? Our age, especially in our African American community.
Hmm.
No offense to no other community out there, but to be in your 40s with no kids, a man or woman, people think something's naturally wrong with you.
That's
Or
amazing.
or as a man, I'm gay.
I,
Maybe,
I might,
maybe,
I
maybe,
might
hey,
be a
maybe.
little jealous of you, Nate. I might be a little jealous of you, dog.
Hey man, hey, I go open up the garage and show you all my cars in there, all my
Well,
kids in there.
those your babies,
Those are
huh?
your
Those are my
babies.
kids.
Those are your babies. Right.
Those are my kids. But what I'm saying is, I'm at the point now. If it happens, I'm ready for it because I matured and I done it the right way. So I can actually date a woman with kids and be mature at this point, and not get bad about the stuff I would have got mad about 10 years ago when I wasn't mature enough to date a woman with kids.
But you're willing to have one right now if you met a good woman.
Hell yeah.
Okay.
That's the only thing in my life. I done been to college, got a couple degrees. I gotta have. I mean, yeah, that's.
But
Yeah,
you will. Okay.
yeah, I would.
Okay.
Now, but there's stipulations to it.
Yeah, oh, shit.
How many kids
Max
she
said.
got?
Oh, go ahead.
How many kids she got? What's her financial outlook on life? Where's she
Yeah.
trying to go? Where has she been? Because that's another thing that people don't realize in society. At my age with no kids, I'm a little bit more established, right?
Mm-hmm.
I should be, you know. So it's hard for me to let a woman in that I can't see who's going to fit in my life because I got so much to lose.
That makes sense.
I don't want to be on child support at my age and a woman come up and thinking she had to come up. So that stuff like that you got to think about.
Sure do.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I'd be an old ass sugar daddy on child support paying my, you know what I'm saying?
Hey, being 40 plus years old on child support is crazy.
That's the devil's work.
Could you imagine being in your 60s on child support?
Nah, that's wild.
But
that's wild. That's wild.
But I was raised in a household where with men that I would take care of my responsibilities.
Right.
So, yeah, I would.
Well, that's what's up. I think a lot of times too, oftentimes with dating, people rush into dating and they don't work on themselves. Let me ask you guys this: Are any of you guys currently in therapy or have ever been in therapy? And how important is it to work on you before you jump in relationships? Because oftentimes people is looking for someone to save them. And that's the thing. Like nobody's going to save you, or they looking for something. They looking for someone to do something for them, show them love, or just be there for them. And I think a lot of times some relationships just don't work is because people have to do their homework on themselves. So, question: how many of you believe in therapy? Because I know a lot of people don't. Do you guys believe in therapy?
Yep.
Absolutely.
Yep. Most definitely.
Okay. Are any of you guys actively in therapy or willing to do therapy, or just it don't necessarily mean nothing wrong, but just like for a checkup, like let me just go in here and see. Have you guys ever done that, or is willing to do that?
Yes. I think therapy is a great way to work on yourself. I've heard it many times to get over someone is to get under someone. And I think that is the craziest advice in the world. But, many people live by it. So I think that therapy definitely helps you, especially with somebody who you don't know, helps you really get to a place of taking accountability. I think a lot of people lack accountability, and I think they also lack the ability to be able to communicate effectively. So therapy not only helps you with the accountability portion, but it also helps you to communicate more effectively, that people can hear you and not just listen to what you're saying, but not ingest what it is that you're giving. So
I agree. Well, that's well said. Also, just to add something too, I think therapy is good. It allows, like you said, it allows for accountability. Also, too, I think when people in relationships, it's important to have a therapist as a quick checkup. And I think Des wouldn't be upset if I said this, but if we didn't have a therapist, it wouldn't have worked. we wouldn't have gotten married. It wouldn't have worked. I mean, because you have to understand that people have two different lives, right? And two people bring it from whatever they've been through and trying to merge as one, right? And it's very difficult for people to do that. And a lot of times people think that my way is right. They think my way is right, but therapy have you look at a broader, a totally different side that you wouldn't even have looked at, and it have you like, you know what? Yeah, let me take some accountability. And so I just, if y'all haven't done therapy, I know that Flutter said she's not with therapy. God is her therapy.
That therapist.
What I could say about that, God put give these people the knowledge to help you. God is the creator of everything. He can do all things through Christ who strengthen us. However, God also put people in place to help us.
Mm-hmm.
And I think a lot of times, I think growing up, I think that's what hindered a lot of the Black household. It's because people were saying pray. And I'm one to say prayer changes everything. However, you have to understand that God put earthly things for us, tangible things for us to use, and tools on this earthly realm. And some of the things he give is people knowledge to be able to help us in addition to him, right? And I think a lot of times we have to use that.
Yeah, I agree.
I think growing up, especially like in our generation, in our Black households, African American households, therapy wasn't something that was offered. You know what I'm saying? That in some households I would say wasn't offered, so we didn't think that as an option growing up. That grieving the death or grieving the loss of someone or just dealing with internal issues that you may deal with growing up that it wasn't offered. I lost my mom at 12 years old, and I had a hard time with grieving that death, and it followed me and taunted me all the way till I was in college. And when I finally got help and realized that I never had the chance to grieve because the people around me grieved a little bit different. And as a kid, you don't understand what's going on. So I didn't grieve till I was like in my 20s and made peace with that. If I was offered therapy at 12 years old as a kid and lost his mom and watched his mom die, I think I would have been able to move on, and I wouldn't have been so in high school wouldn't have been so rough as far as things that was in my mind and not giving a fuck. I might not have given a fuck attitude. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I agree.
I think therapy is good. I think we should offer it. We should look at it as, oh man, something's wrong with that person. I think it's a good, healthy thing, to be honest with you.
Right.
Mental health is important in all situations.
Okay. Let's go to the comments. I haven't seen your comments.
Yes,
I
well,
saw his
Oh, he said, I need a therapist more tangible. What does that look like? When you say you need a therapist more tangible, elaborate on that, Becca Timbe.
What is it?
Dad said, God is our source of everything. However, God has people assigned to assist us to navigate.
KJ said that already. Have a seat.
Oh, navigate through life. So therapy is an avenue to your ultimate healing. Flutter said, I think it's good for those who need it, but me personally, I go to him and self-reflect, self-accountability, and self-control. Okay.
That was me. So I grew up, like Nate was saying, the whole therapy for white people. Ain't nobody dealing all that. So, I'm actually, I'm a child of an addict. So I deal with a lot of shit. Well, my mom's been clean like now for the last 9 years. But even in her being clean, I couldn't forgive her until I went to therapy.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, you know what I'm saying? You chose that over us. Like, how could you do that but not knowing that she's, you're sick? It's a sickness. So, and I went to therapy just to forgive my mom. You know what I'm saying? And to forgive myself for being angry at her.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So therapy definitely works.
It does. And guess what? By you putting that work in, people don't understand that childhood things ultimately impact your relationship and shape who you're going to be. But a lot of people want to mask that. Like one of the things, like I lost my mom at 10. Like her funeral was on my 11th birthday, right? And so I got this thing of just cutting off people, right? I cut people off. I don't care. And I'm okay with that. But it's not okay because if you can just cut people off. But for me to tell myself is it's okay because it's like it's I don't know. It's almost like an abandonment type thing. It's like before my mom died, we didn't have the best relationship. And it's almost like that thing. I'm going to leave you before you leave me. And a lot of times, you know, we have to, and I'm one of those hard. I'm a hard ass. I'm gonna be honest. Like nothing fazed me, but Dad said brought to my attention. He's like, you know what? That it stemmed from your childhood, and I was like, no, it's not, because I had great grandparents, and I had my sister was amazing, but it's nothing like your parents' love. You know what I mean? Because those are your first love,
Your
good,
first
bad, and
love.
indifferent, right?
Yeah.
Our parents is our first love, and they are the people that teach us how to love. This is why, and it also goes into that. Remember, we talking about that whole toxic masculinity. You know, you got to quit telling your kids this and telling them
Somebody's
that.
making noise
I'm
and
gonna
it's
say who's
really
doing
loud.
something. Right? Who is doing something?
It's like something. I don't know what it is, but it's
I
too
heard
loud.
it
I
too.
can't hear it.
Oh, I didn't hear it. I didn't hear it. But yeah, it's almost with that toxic masculinity. You know, a lot of times people, you know, you're telling the kids and stuff, teaching men not to be, to teaching them to be emotional less. And so when they get in these relationships, they ain't no good to nobody because they have no emotions. So yeah, make sure y'all do y'all therapy. Therapy works. Rico said therapy is surely helping me after my baby was murdered. I send my condolences to you,
wow.
man. So
Sorry,
sorry
man.
to
I'm
hear
sorry to
that.
hear that, bro.
I'm sorry to hear your prayers, bro.
Um, Flutter said therapy is good. Don't get me wrong. I know a lot of people who have been in therapy. Okay, okay.
But everything ain't for everybody. So if it doesn't work for her and she got a connection with God, then she cool.
That's right. Marie said, I'm in therapy now, grieving my mom who's sick. It's sad as hell, but it's working.
Yeah.
And you know, therapy takes time, Marie. It ain't gonna happen overnight. But the good thing is that you in therapy. So you're doing the steps to become a better person. And I think people they got this ideology that when you go to therapy, you're gonna be this amazing person in like 2
Hell
weeks or a
no.
month. No,
You gonna fight it the first couple of times.
it does.
You don't open up right away.
Nope.
Let me ask you guys this: what does your safe space look like to you with a person?
That's deep.
I was saying, wait a minute.
What does a safe space look like to you in a person? Like having a person as your safe space, what does that look like to you? Take us away, Nate. Nate, mine is going.
Right. I was saying,
less
stress.
Over the last couple of years, me and Kevin, and we kind of, I growing up is pretty much similar with especially the death of our mom. And one of the things that me and Kevin shared probably a couple of years ago, we had probably a long, I don't know if you remember, Kevin, we had like an hour-long conversation on the phone, and we talked about how growing up, when you lose the death of your mom, right? Ain't nobody in this world can give you a hug like your mom. Can nobody console you like your mom? And when you're growing up as a young man who lost your mom, you always searching for that woman that can give you that hug, right?
Yeah.
Because and if you lost your mom, it's kind of hard to explain it what we talking about right now. But in my relationships, I'm kind of like Kevin just said. I can cut a person off and not give two shits if I'll talk to you again. Because I lost my mom already. So part of my heart is already gone. It's never coming back. It's never going to heal the same. So for me, my safe haven is find somebody that I know love me for me, like me for me, and somebody that I can share my thoughts and be vulnerable with, if that makes sense.
That makes a lot of sense, man.
Yeah. And somebody who's not going to take my vulnerability and use it. You kind of get what I'm saying? And it's hard to find that person. And I think Kevin finally found that person. I know Shay found it, and I think Miss D done found it now.
Yeah, we wait on you, Trey and Nyla, to come on and catch up with it.
Hey, I'm getting there. But what I'm saying is that's my person, a person I can confide in, somebody who like me for me. Let's take anything materialistic way that I like, somebody who like Nate for Nate, not all this stuff that I can bring to the table, what I may be able to do. And with me and Kevin, our similar stories, we'll shut people off in a minute if it ain't right. And ain't no looking back. Ain't no getting back in. So for me to be able to find that, because I don't trust a lot of people. So for me to find that, I have to trust you and I have to be able to be vulnerable with you.
That's true. Yep. What does this safe space look like with you and a person, Nyla?
So for me personally, and it's probably for a lot of us, and it might be just a cultural thing, like where we were raised to just hold things in and keep things to ourselves and fight through it on our own. And with that, I've grown to be this really private person. So when I confide in somebody, it's because I trust them. So with me, that safe space is having someone there who would listen without judgment and offer advice if needed. And like Nate said, like, you're able to be vulnerable with that person without later regretting it or feeling like, damn, I shouldn't have opened up to them. So through my years, I will say that I've got some really solid people in my corner who I can say that, are there for me, and I trust them and respect them, and respect their opinions. So
Okay,
that's important as well.
that's good. That's good to have those people in your corner. What does a safe space look like for you, Miss D?
Someone that I can confide in and I can go to and talk to you about anything, and you won't judge me, tear me down. You're gonna always have my back, and you're just listening. And the most important thing is being loyal. You got to be loyal.
Okay,
Absolutely.
all right. What does that safe space look like for you, Trey?
I mean, pretty much what everybody's saying, the whole being able to talk to somebody. Because what we miss a lot of times is the friend part before we become lovers.
Yep.
That's the part we all miss. We jump right into, oh my God, I love you so much. But yet y'all don't even know what each other like. Yeah, the sex is good, but what about everything else that comes with me? So the fact that being able to have fun with a person, like they said, the loyalty. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just a little bit of everything that everybody have pretty much said so far.
Okay. What about you, Shay?
Totally agree with what everyone said, but my safe space was my mom. It was definitely somebody who I could ride with. She definitely gonna tell me the truth. I feel like I do have a few people in my life that I could say I feel safe with, but sometimes you can be the topic of conversation after you hang up the phone. And that's the part where, it gets gray at. I feel safe talking to them, but I know at the same time, I'm your topic of conversation. You have to be careful of the people that want to be around when things go bad versus to when things are going good and your phone is dry. When your comment section is dry, when your likes are dry. But when you post and I'm ready to kill myself and everybody on there liking and call me girl, tell me, hey, what's going on? Then that's when you start to really see the true colors. And people, unfortunately, even the most loyal people in the world that you thought are loyal are the ones that will break your heart when it's time for, the cookies to crumble. So safe to me looks like my mom. I love my wife, but my most safe person that I trust is my mom.
Your mom? Okay. I agree with that. I think for me, what safe look like to me is being able to have somebody challenge me or let me know that I'm doing something wrong without judging me. Like if I know if I'm doing something wrong, I think that's important for somebody to say, you know what? Yeah, that didn't look good. But in order for them to say that, you have to be able to trust them too. So trust to me it is aligns with me feeling safe. First of all, I don't call a lot of people friends, right? So if I even give a person that title, one, I have to trust you, right? Two, if I'm doing something wrong, I think it's important for you to say, hey, you doing something wrong. And if that person that you trust tell you that, then I think you should look in the mirror and say, okay, I know that they love me. Maybe I am doing something wrong, even though I don't want to acknowledge it. Maybe I am doing something wrong because I know I trust them and they're not going to steer me wrong and they're not going to have me looking crazy. So my safe space. What y'all laughing? Somebody said something.
Miss D, you better tell her.
Miss D, you better tell her.
What happened?
Deanna.
Deanna, wait, what happened?
Deanna said you better tell her.
I'm trying to say your safe space.
You said what, Miss D? wait, I missed it. What did you say?
No, she didn't say nothing. Deanna told her.
Shantae said that, Deanna, you better tell them I'm your safe space. And so she said, kick her off the show.
Kick her off the show. But yeah, Flutter said you can't trust your own family. You get into it. and they tell your business that you told them, thinking, yeah, but you know what? The good thing about life is that you can build your family. Like most of my friends, I'm closer to most, not all friends, but some of my friends I'm closer to just as I'm close with my family.
Yeah.
Some of my friends I look at like family, so that's the good thing about life. And I think oftentimes, family doesn't constitute blood, right?
Listen, when I say you, I was getting ready to say
Yeah,
that.
family doesn't equals blood. And I think a lot of people get that misconstrued. Family is somebody that you love and you trust. And with any relationship, you're gonna go through some shit. If you have a perfect relationship,
It
I
ain't
want to
real.
question that,
It
is
ain't
that
real.
shit real?
It
It
ain't real.
ain't real.
If it's just perfect, like even if you in your relationship, your spouse getting on your fucking nerve and you want to just pack up and leave, but you have to ask yourself sometime, like, you have to start reminding yourself of all the good things. You have to reset yourself, like, you know what? Well, I do know if this, they're gonna be here for that. I know they're gonna be here for this. And you have to reset yourself because oftentimes, sometimes you get so caught up in your feelings and stuff like that, and you just you jump ship. So yeah,
Yeah, I
Marie said,
think that
yes, me and
people,
Nyla Patton always into
Always.
it. But y'all love each other. That's
We do.
that's the common denominator, y'all. The love that y'all have. Um,
Yeah, we do.
Let me ask you guys this: is it true that unhealthy? A lot of people are drawn to toxicity, negativity. Some people are in relationships that they know that they shouldn't be in. Right? When you lay down at night, you know you shouldn't be in that. Do you guys think that is it true that unhealthy relationships doesn't force people to grow, and sometimes people get stuck because they feel like if I do something different, it's gonna force me to grow up. Some people are stuck in that victimization. What are you guys' perspective on that? Because I see and talk to so many people.
For me personally,
Hmm.
I don't like getting to know people.
Ooh,
That,
elaborate on that.
that's the tough part for me.
Okay.
Getting to know somebody and weeding through the bullshit, like that's tough. So I look at it as, a lot of times I look at it as, well, I know this person. I know what I'm dealing with. You know what I'm saying? So I keep them closer, keep them around. This the devil that I know. So it's like the whole starting over part. It's what is draining, and it's like, how many more frogs I gotta kiss? You know what I'm saying? So it's like, let me just stick to what I know, and what's for me will be for me. Which, in the same sense, it ain't gonna work like that, because when you think about it, it's like, how can God send you that person if other people is in the way?
Mm.
So for me, I don't know. I guess I have to get to that point where I'm tired of dealing with the mess,
Hmm.
and ready for something else. But I just know right now, today, I'm not ready to date and meet new people.
Okay.
Is it that you just don't want to do the work, or you just really just don't like to start from scratch?
It's not that I don't want to do the work. I'm not afraid of the work. I'm up for the challenge. It's just that right now, I just feel like I've been through too much to start over. So I'm taking a break. And like KJ said earlier, I've heard people say,
Hmm.
the best way to get over or move on is up under something new.
No, Shay said that. Shay said that.
Oh, Shay said that. I
Get
thought
up under
KJ
two
said
people.
Yeah. Don't threaten me with a good time.
Shay said, "Don't
But
threaten him
for
with a good
me,
time."
I'm just focused on me
Right.
right now, and
Mhm.
just dealing with what I know or who I know, and enjoying it for what it is right
And that's good that you're doing that, because when you are ready, you will be in a right mindset.
now.
Because if if you do it now, you probably going to bring some toxicity from something previous, and you're going to bring it into something new. So taking your time out isn't a bad thing. What are you guys' perspective on unhealthy relationships that What are you guys' perspective on that? Anybody want to chime in on that?
I think a lot of people nowadays, unfortunately, because the dating pool is so trash, they stay in toxic relationships to avoid having to deal with, like Nyla said, the unknown.
Mm-hmm.
Like I know that my man snore. I know that my girl don't cook. I know that my man feet might stink when he come from work and he to work 2 days or 12 hours. But at the end of the day, okay, yeah, he may be lazy, but what if I get somebody who lazy and beat my ass? What if I get a woman who don't cook, but also she don't clean? So I guess I just deal with the known versus to going into the unknown, because allegedly, the dating pool is not very healthy, and nobody wants to be alone. And there's a lot of women that's married and stay in toxic marriages because they don't want to be labeled as that woman over 40 or over 35, single and unchosen. It's this stipulation or this ideology that if you're married, then you're of the elite, and if you're not married, then you're this person that nobody wants and nobody chose. So you have a lot of women that's literally, unfortunately, in these toxic marriages that know they shouldn't be in there, but do not want to be labeled the single woman. So I'll stay married because at least I can say somebody chose me.
And like
Why
our
they
grandmother,
the
like a
married
piece.
people are the main ones that's cheating though, and that's
It doesn't matter. It's the image. It's the
yeah. I know.
fact
I know.
that I
I'm
can
saying. I'm
say
saying.
I
I
got a
agree with
husband.
you. I agree with you. They stay in it, but they the main one. What we talked about earlier, KJ.
You think so, Troy? You think the most married people are the one cheating?
I'm the one they cheating with. I was him. I done been with multiple married women. So
Trey breaking up homes.
hey, man, I
Fellas, how's your wife?
I can't do
Cause Trey-
nothing nobody let me do. So I ain't break up shit. Your shit was already broke when you called me and inbox me like come slide. You know what I'm saying? So
let me ask you this, Trey. Are you okay with being the other man?
now, no, I have been. I didn't give a damn about
They said
none of
Trey
that.
log off now.
Hey, I'm gonna keep it a buck. I didn't care about none of that shit. That's you and his problem.
Okay.
I'm here to do what I'm trying to do, what you called me for. I'm here to provide my services, and I'm gone.
But you know what, Trey is so funny. I was talking to one of my friends the other day.
Look at Tay.
I think a lot of this happens because, I've always been mad when people would say it's the woman's fault. It's the woman's fault. But I have to unfortunately say most of the issues that we have in this world today, it's because women allow shit to happen and they deal with bullshit. They're not strong enough to say,
Right.
hey, you know what? If I say you can't cheat with me, the next woman you go to, she needs to say you can't cheat with her. And the next woman, she should say the same thing. So it'll hold these men accountable. But unfortunately, women, again, we are so afraid to be labeled as I'm single and I'm unchosen over 40 or over 35 that we'll rather sit in this house. No, this man's cheating on us. No, this man ain't doing nothing but going to work, and that is it, and barely helping you pay some bills. But the fact that you don't want to hold him accountable, we have to do better as women to say, hey, I'm not dealing with this shit. And if you think your appetite is that big that you need to go cheat, then you go cheat with somebody else. Half of these 90% of diseases is carried because men are sleeping with multiple women at more than one time. And at the end of the day, a woman can't have a baby twice in 9 months, but a man can have multiples in 9 months. It is known fact. It's a known fact. Okay. Men spread diseases and they cheat at a higher rate than women. Now, do women cheat better? Yes, we've already been through that. But as the rate goes, as far as higher, men cheat more, and women need to hold these men accountable and say, hey, if you got 6 baby mamas, I ain't fucking with you. If you got 3 kids and I don't see them in the first month that we dating, I'm not fucking with you because you a trifling ass man, and I'm not gonna be your next baby mama or your next victim. But we don't do that. A lot of us don't do that.
Yeah.
I think a lot of times we as women are looking for the same type of man. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And men know this. So, and I think it's a lot of women out here doing more for less. And they know that. And they know that.
Okay, I hear what you're talking about.
They take advantage of that, which is sad because, like Shay said, we as women, a lot of us just refuse to put our foot down to say, you know what, I'm not dealing with this shit. I'm better than that. I deserve more. I deserve better. Try with the next one. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. It's hard.
And guess what? It is hard. But you know what though? One thing though, a person only gonna do what you allow them to do. And sometimes you have to get your power back. Sometimes you have to show a motherfucker, you know what? Okay, you want to keep doing this? Let me turn the notch up on your ass. And everybody know when you turn the notch up, most people don't like that. Trey and I was talking about that. I think it was Trey and I was talking to my other homeboy. He was telling me how he was honest, and I think he was saying that how or I was telling him that, or was he saying he was cheating? And then I guess when his wife cheated, he went ballistic. He's like, I couldn't handle that. He was like, it's one thing me doing my thing, but she turned that notch up on his ass. And after that, he like everything been good. Like he straight. No, that wasn't you, Trey. But he straightened up after that. Sometimes you have to show people. If you don't teach, and a lot of times things don't work, it's because you don't teach people how to date you. You need to set that boundary. And sometimes if you've been together for a long time, you need a refresher's course. And it's okay. You know, sometimes you get comfortable with people, and I see how you get comfortable with people. And again, when you first meet somebody, you put your best foot forward. You're trying to show off. You're trying to do this. You're trying to keep things going. But for the people that's been married for a minute, sometimes you need a refresher course and show a motherfucker how to love you and how to treat you. And I think a lot of times people do what they do because ultimately you let them do that. You know,
but men also think that I hear so many times, well, men cheat because they have a huge appetite. And I'm like, do y'all honestly think women go around the world and actually don't get hit on? If women acted on every time they got hit on, hell, we'd be just as cheating just as much as y'all cheat. But it's like you have to have some type of control over yourself to say, hey, I have this person at home and I don't want to jeopardize that. And again, it goes back to Johnny can have a wife and go talk to Sally, and Sally know that Johnny got a wife, but Sally gonna say, I don't owe Johnny's wife nothing. That's his wife. And then Sally starts cheating with Johnny, gets married to Johnny, and Johnny starts cheating on Sally with Tasha. And then Sally mad at Johnny, but you knew Johnny was married. So all of this goes back to you are allowing men to come into your life and sabotage you. And we're not saying, hey, you married, bro, get out of my face. You're nasty. I don't want to talk to you. And if you can't be my man by myself, I don't want to deal with you. Yeah. So us as women, we got to do better.
But it's sad that it's like cheating is not a deal breaker for a lot of people. It is sad. It's sad that we tolerate and deal with so much.
So let me ask you guys this. Is cheating for all you guys on here? Is cheating a deal breaker for you guys? Be honest, yes or no? Miss D, is cheating a deal breaker for you? Yes or no?
I can't do no cheater and no liar.
But what if they say, babe, I didn't penetrate her, I only had oral. I'm being honest.
You cheated. You used some part of your mouth sexually.
So you're gonna just up and leave them because they did that, or you gonna?
I think I'm going to say for me, it depends on the time, how long we've been in a relationship.
Okay.
Because if I get cheated on, I'm coming back harder. Like, you better be ready because you cheat on me.
You'll get your leg back.
Cheat on your ass back.
But why do people?
I'm gonna hurt you worse than you think you hurt me in real fucking life.
But then that's games though, right? Instead of why not just ball out gracefully? Why you go
playing games? If you know you're gonna cheat, don't even step to me. Stay where the fuck you at.
Period.
Okay. What about you?
You don't know that he gonna cheat, D. Don't do that. Nobody knows they gonna cheat. Shit happen. You know?
Shit don't happen. That's the mentality.
I don't know about
I don't think people wake up and say they're gonna. I don't think cheating just. I don't think people wake up and say, you know what? Hey, I think I'm gonna cheat
I
today.
think I'm gonna cheat today. It don't do that.
I don't think people. I think.
Boo, tomatoes.
Okay, so wait. Okay, Shay. So what? You think people wake up and say, you know what? Tomorrow is Thursday. Oh, I gotta cheat.
So I don't think that they wake up and say that, but I do think that I know that you make a conscious decision. First of all, let's be clear. It's not like you walk down the street, you see this lady, you say, "Hey, baby, you want to have sex? Let's have sex." Bam, we have sex in the middle of the street, and then bam, we're done. That's not how it works. Okay, you have to talk to this person. You have to build a relationship with this person, and it may not be a month or two. It could be 1 or 2 days. In your mind, you're thinking, "I want to bone her," or "I want to bone him." So you make a conscious decision as a human and as an adult to put in one hand my wife or my girlfriend or my husband, and in the other hand you put jeopardize. And you choose jeopardize over my family, over my wife, over my standards, over my obligation, over my confession to the Lord, the confession to my wife, the confession to my children, the confession to my family. You brought all of us into this confession that you said that I was going to honor, love, trust, respect, dedicate, all this good bullshit. And then you go and you choose disrespect. I don't have no chill. I told my wife, you cheat on me, bitch, I'm killing you. I'm not playing. This
You
goes
ain't going
down.
to jail.
You gonna lose it all, Shay.
You ain't going to jail. It ain't that
Why?
serious.
But
Let
that's
me tell you something. Don't
why would
play
you
with
lose
me.
it all on
Because
somebody? Just give it
don't
again
play
to somebody else.
don't
That's gonna.
play with me. Play
I
with
ain't
your
lo-
mama, not with me.
I
Okay.
ain't.
I'm not a kid. Don't play
In
with me.
order.
So at the end of the day,
I ain't
if
losing
you
it all.
commit to me, I'm serious. I would rather for you to come to me and say, I do not want to be with you no more, and I'm good. I swear I'm gonna cry, I'm gonna be hurt. But if you cheat on me, baby, mark my word. Everybody on this show, you go see me in jail because I'm a killer. Okay. And it's just that serious. Period. Stop playing with people.
Don't use this
You need to
video in
stop
court. Listen,
He is
you gonna
just-
get subpoenaed.
This ain't
You
for
get
real.
subpoenaed.
Everybody getting subpoenaed that time, girl. Even
Listen,
She is just
stop
this is
playing.
not real. She is just saying that.
I
Look,
know.
So
I'm
let me
just
ask you,
talking.
She playing. She don't mean
fellas. Let me ask you guys this: if you get cheated on, are y'all leaving?
Let me ask you. She playing.
no, what is
Uh-oh,
that?
somebody
That was some backup. Somebody had something on. Fellas, if y'all get cheated on, if y'all woman cheat on y'all, are y'all leaving, or y'all gonna say, or y'all gonna want to understand a why?
Out.
I mean,
One
I
time.
and I ain't never. I mean, I didn't leave. No, I'm gonna say. I guess my answer would be no. So cheating is not
A deal.
an instant deal breaker. Now repeated cheating, yeah, I gotta get the hell up out of there. Like, bitch, you just don't like
It
me.
is for me in a marriage. In a marriage, it's a deal breaker.
Oh, marriage for you.
Oh, man, okay, what's it like? So what we talking about? Marriage or girlfriend?
I just feel like if you're not married, you're single.
My grandma always told me that.
Really?
If you're not married, you're single. Yes. My grandma has told me that my entire life.
Really?
Yes. If you're not married, you're single.
So does that give you a right to just keep cheating because you're not married, though?
No, I'm not saying that.
Okay.
This is my thing. If I don't see it, it ain't in my face. I ain't worrying about it.
Come on.
Okay.
I ain't looking for shit.
Okay.
That's me. But if I'm married, we've made that commitment. We've stood before God and vowed to forsake others for better or worse. Nigga, I'm out. If you cheat on me, I'm out.
We gonna beat his
I
ass
just feel
first.
like if I stay, it'll just be a repeat cycle.
Yep.
What's that? Repeat constant? Yeah, okay, yeah. So
absolutely. It'll just be like, what can I get away with next time?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So marriage is different. You cheat while you're married, and yeah, I gotta shake it. Because like Shay said, we've committed to God and the kids, and we had a ceremony in front of my whole family, and now we out here. Now you out here just busting open for Steve. Come on, man. What we doing?
Why do people get married? Is the next question. Like, why do men? They know y'all men. There's 3 men on the panel. Please tell us. Why do men actually propose, do all this bullshit ass crime, paying for this damn wedding, doing all this extra stuff, and then go and cheat the night before they get married, or the night after, or the week after? Like, why? Tell me why.
I'm gonna tell you, because most times when people get married, that's their first time. That's their first shot at being monogamous.
Mm-hmm.
So you literally don't know what the fuck you're doing. So I mean, and that's real though. You know what I'm saying? Because I was him. And my bachelor party was something else, boy. When I got married, my bachelor party was terrible. But that's your first time, honestly, trying monogamy. You've been a player your whole life up until this day. So you didn't get to learn yourself. You didn't get to, you didn't do the work. That's your first
So
time.
it sounds like to me you saying you cheated on your wife.
Oh yeah, I was terrible back in the day. I ain't gonna lie, I was terrible.
Wait a minute. In one breath, you tell me you was a player and you had all these girls.
Okay.
Then the next time you tell me you ain't get to know yourself because
no, that's what I'm saying. No, you were a player up until like your question was why do men cheat when they get married? Because this is honestly the first time you're trying monogamy. You know what I'm saying? You haven't.
But how did you not find yourself with all of the girls?
Because you're just playing. What do you mean? It's just that shit wasn't serious.
Okay.
So I don't think men grow like we do.
Clearly.
There's no takeaways. It sounds like
right. I'll tell people in a minute. I didn't become a man until I was about 35, 37 years old. I look like a man, but I didn't become a man. And so I was almost 35, 36, you know what I'm saying, around that age. So all that other shit, yeah.
See, I think
Shay, fix your face.
I know, right?
Girl, I'm trying to figure out like what is the fuck is Trey talking about? You my boo, but I'm like, baby, I don't follow you. Okay, I got the stars going around my head. Like,
okay, I follow what he said. I at this point,
I think all men stick together too.
No, that's not true. I don't agree with what Trey just said because he just contradicted himself to something he just said half an hour ago. But I understand what he's saying. Now he's saying at 35, that's when he really grew up. And it takes some of us a little bit longer. At this stage of my life that I'm at right now, I can actually be faithful in a relationship and not cheat.
Yes. Yeah.
Now 10 years ago, shit, I had married women God, I lived a life of rally.
But tell me this. So when y'all was cheating with all these women, like
it ain't cheating if you're single.
Okay, whatever. What I'm saying is when you was being when you was sleeping with all these different women, like what part of that made you feel like a man?
It ain't the feel to feel like a man. It's the sensation to get what you want.
It's like the access.
You know,
I think a lot of people are thrilled because of the access that you have, right?
Okay.
Equated to
So you didn't feel nasty like that you was sleeping with women and kissing on multiple women and doing all of that. Like nothing about that made you think like I'm a nasty ass nigga because I'm here and I'm sleeping with like 20 girls. And I mean, like, I don't know who they sleeping with, and then they sucking on my thing, and then the other girl sucking on my thing. And then
Shay,
like you don't think about that.
So Shay, think about this, right? It's kind of what Trey just said. He didn't grow up and become a man until he's 35. If you live in a certain kind of lifestyle, you're not thinking about that. You know what I'm saying? I never been to I didn't think about that because you weren't living at those priorities and those morals at the time. And after a while, you got to grow up. You know what I'm saying? You got to think about it. I don't know about Trey or Kev, but like 10 years ago, I wasn't looking for a relationship. I was just having fun living life.
I mean, I wasn't looking for a relationship when I was younger either, but you best believe, baby, I wasn't throwing this coochie everywhere either. Like, I mean, it's just, I just feel like at some point you ain't got no damn morals. Like,
it's not more, but I don't think it's more. I don't think morals is linked to that. I think also, Tom, people are searching for something. I don't necessarily think morals. I think people at whatever time that they're doing things, I think they looking and searching for something.
So Shay, let me ask you a question. What kind of car do you drive?
A Tesla.
How many Teslas did you test drive to know that you wanted the model that you have now? To know this the right model. Know this the right model for you.
You looked at it and you jumped in it.
I didn't test drive one.
Let me ask you a question.
I read about it and I studied it for 2 years straight before I stepped foot in it because I wanted to make sure my purchase was good.
All right, let me ask you a question. You got the 220 hooked up in your garage?
I do. Yes, I do.
All right, I'm done. There you go.
So what? That means she a cheater?
No, she did her research. She knew what she wanted before she went and got it.
But that's the thing, though. Like,
so when she went to
you
the
can't-
dealership, she knew exactly what model she wanted. She got it and drove up.
I read it. I never tested it. I read
Oh.
it. So again, with women, I don't feel like you gotta sleep. I tell my son all the time, he's 21 years old and he's been with the same girl, I think, for about 2 years now. I am never gonna tell my son that you're too young to settle down. I'm never gonna tell my son that you need to test the waters so you can see if you really like it. I'm not telling him that bullshit. He do not have to sleep with all these women in the world to understand that and respect women. We need to teach our men more about you can be with one woman and you don't got to sleep with a million of them before you realize that you want to be with one of them, because they all coochie is the same at the end of the day, pretty much.
I disagree with you.
Well, that's fine. I don't have a penis, so I don't know.
It ain't even like, it's kind of like Trey just said, going back to what he said. He didn't grow up till he was 35 to realize that wasn't the life he wanted to live anymore.
Right. So when you're younger and you're in it, when you're younger and you're in it, you're not thinking about none of that shit, Shay. You know what I'm saying?
I think it's society that has taught you guys to believe that you got to sleep with 100 women before you realize that you a man. You was grown enough. You knew exactly what the hell you was doing. You was mature enough. You want to use that as a cop out to say, hey, I wasn't at that place yet. No, you was bullshit. You was there. You just chose not to want to take that accountability. Goes back to that damn therapist we was talking about 20 minutes ago. Accountability.
So Trey,
guys.
So Trey, before 35, could you have got married and done the right way?
So wait, so in Trey's defense,
I did get married, but I wasn't doing it the right way.
Okay.
You know I'm gonna be out. I keep it a buck. I was married, and I was terrible, Jay. Like Nate in real life, bro. I look back at some of the shit I did, like, man, when the fuck did I have time for all that?
So the new Nate versus the old Nate. So when you get married again, which you said you're open to get married again, what would you do differently? Do you think sometimes friends? Do you think changing your surroundings? Because that's important too. You need to have accountability person.
You talking about Trey? I never been married.
No, Trey.
Yeah.
Trey.
Oh yeah, I told you earlier. We talking about. I'm definitely.
You got to have accountability partners too. Be like, nah, man. She look good, but you need to take your ass home. You got something better. I think it's important to have friends that's going to coach you. Not saying, you know what, man, go ahead and do it. They ain't gonna know, but go ahead and slide in it. No, you need to have at some point. People need to have again good friends, i.e., good friends, good accountability people to say, you know what, and your spouse may not ever know. But you still need accountability friends to say, you know what? Nah, man. You know how many friends that I had that I walked them to the motherfucking cab when I knew they about to cheat on their wives or their husbands or whoever they with? I said, nope. You're not going to do it on my watch. Now, if you jump off this cab up the street and do something, but at least I know that I'm walking you to this cab and you drunk, so you can't say that, listen, I ain't see nothing, I don't know nothing. But again, we need, you said what?
I don't think most men doing that.
But we are. I mean, at this age, I am. At this age, I am.
Me too.
In real life, you know what I'm saying?
You telling your friend, go home to your girl. You don't need to be with your dick.
Prime example. My guy fucked up. I'm gonna give you this. My guy fucked up. He fucked up bad. You know what I'm saying? He married. We had a party, whatever. Let's say he came through. I'm like, why you here? I'm like, where your wife? He like, she didn't want to come. I said, that's because she's still embarrassed. You don't need to be here. He like, what? I said, you don't need to be here. Your summer's over. Until she's comfortable enough to come back outside, you got to sit the fuck down. Yeah. He was like, so you tell me to leave? Yeah, then you got to go. He said,
what did he do?
He had him and his wife had a situation. He had cheated or whatever, got caught. It was a whole mess.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? But she was still, embarrassed to come out in public with a,
How old was he, if you don't mind telling me?
He's grown, like 46, 47, shit. Whatever.
Has he not matured yet?
No, you just said you had a party at your house and you told him he couldn't come.
Yes. I had a party in my house. He came without her. I said, where your wife? He said, she at home. I said, that's because she's not comfortable enough to come outside. Hey, bro, you can't be here. I said, your summer's over. You got until she's ready to come outside. He was upset. He left. But literally 2 weeks later, he called me like, hey, T, I appreciate you, bro.
Yeah, because Trey knew it was going to be some women there that he possibly could have got in trouble with.
It wasn't even that. It was just the fact, nigga, this your wife, not your girlfriend. So if she's uncomfortable with being outside, you got to be uncomfortable and sit your ass down.
Did he disclose with you that he was kind of at the age where he hadn't matured yet and became a man?
No, he hadn't said that yet, so I don't know.
I was wondering at 45. I was just wondering, it's possible that he may not have matured yet, and he was still
No, but,
waiting.
I mean, but like, no, seriously though. But like I said, he literally called me like, "Man, see, I appreciate you," because everybody else, like, you know what I'm saying, and you'll be all right, she'll be okay. No, fuck that. That's your wife.
But you know what? Now without his wife,
you can't go out by yourself though.
No, you can't.
Even if you married.
But no, she would normally she would have been there, but because of the situation, she was not.
Oh, I see what you said. Because of the situation they had just went through, she didn't come because of the embarrassment he put her through.
Exactly. So nigga, you can't be here either then.
Okay, I get that.
I respect that.
I do respect that because, again, I think my friends know.
Maybe I needed to get away from him, and I'm coming to my best friend or my boy house or my girl house, to get away. Now you're telling me I can't escape here because our shit ain't together, and it's gonna be
not if you're the reason. Not if you're the reason that it ain't together. He was the reason.
It don't matter.
But maybe Trey doesn't trust his friend. He know his friend was about to fuck up again.
Oh no, it wasn't even that. It wasn't even that. It was just, you know what I'm saying, nigga, no, go in the house. You can't come out and party until she ready to come out and party. And they cool now. You know what I'm saying? Everything worked out.
I don't know. That's a so I think again, when you're in a relationship or married, I think you it's important to have your own identity, right?
Mm-hmm.
I do things by myself and I love it.
Yeah.
Des do things by himself and he loves it. We do things together, but at some time, hell, I want to be by myself. And I know the same for them. I think, it's important. So if I came by myself to your party, Trey, don't put me out. Don't tell me to go home. Hey, listen, I'm going to have a good time.
If I hit you and say, what day is that? You're going to say, no, he ain't want to come. Nigga, I know why he didn't want to come because he's normally here. Get your ass out.
I get that. Oh, listen, guys, we like 13 minutes out over the time.
That went fast.
I know it did, and I didn't even realize. I just looked up. This is good. I think at the end of the day, in life, whether it's be a friend, a sister, cousin, brother, we all need an accountability person. We all need somebody that's going to reset us. It can be a spouse. It don't have to be your spouse. It's going to be somebody that's going to tell us the truth. And so we need somebody that's telling the truth when we fucking up, when we doing good, I think you have to be able to trust somebody. So when they come to you and say, hey, you're doing this. If I have certain people that come to me that I trust and say that, I may want to deny it. But eventually when I'm laying down at night, I'm going to say, you know what? Maybe I do need to fact check because they said this. Now, it can't be somebody that's a hater, right? I have to be somebody that you trust, that is going to tell you the truth and is going to be there for you and want to see you succeed, and all that. Before we go, y'all, what do you want to lead the people with? Let us pray for Shay before we go. Goddamn, yeah, because if she go to jail and throw all her shit away because somebody cheated on her, hey, when I say.
My wife ain't gonna crazy. Okay.
No, Shay is real life crazy. Don't let the yellow hat and braids fool you. She's crazy as hell.
Oh yeah, Shay, I started on your website too, Cheetah's Island. I'll let you know.
Right. Hey Shay, I had a couple of people ask me we were for real.
Me too. I ain't want to ask somebody.
But that's so you mean to tell me all these people want to go to they really want this cheating island?
Listen, all bullshit aside, I swear to God. So my best friend and I, she asked me to go on this trip with her earlier this year, right? So we go to this island. I can't exactly tell you guys where this island is, but I swear I'm sitting on the patio and it's a beautiful ray of like sun beaming on the water. It's not very far from Michigan. And this island is a private island where it's kind of like exclusive. You get invited to it, right? So she was on there for a business trip. Because they had some type of business thing at their job or whatever. So I'm sitting in the balcony. I'm like, damn, this would be a nice island for people who want to cheat. So when my best friend came back, I was like, damn, like, what if we had like a website that we had people sign up for, and then we would go pick them up from a certain location, bring them to the island. They want to cheat, they could cheat in peace, but we'll book the rooms under our name when nobody find them. Would that be good, right? And she was like, damn, that's a good idea. But then I thought, like, damn, I don't want nobody to do that to me. So that's why that came out of my head. But it was definitely an island that if y'all want to do it, I don't want to be a part of it because I'm not a part of the cheating club no more.
We can
I done
retire
matured.
in
And business is money is money. Business is business.
Hey, once they sign that disclaimer, that's on them.
Right, I ain't got nothing to do with it. Once you sign your name,
I gotta tell y'all about this. When I say when we get off, I'm gonna take it's beautiful. And
see, listen,
so
they breaking up
cute.
households.
It's
They
so
breaking up households.
Trey, let's go start the LLC.
Hey, come on, man. Hey, in the morning, I'm gonna call you, Nate.
Hey, cheaters are us.
Cheaters are us. Come on.
No,
but y'all promote.
Game.
But y'all promoting cheating. So essentially, people ain't gonna want to be faithful then.
I'm not promoting anything. I'm offering a service. It's up to you to come in and sign your name. You was cheating anyway.
I'm just an Uber driver.
That's it.
Listen,
we gonna talk about this next week.
It's a spot that y'all gonna be like, damn, for real.
Nobody
knows back
there. Is it the United States?
Huh?
Is it in the United States?
It's not far from Chicago.
It's like, no, it's not. I can't tell you the state because I don't want people to find out about it.
Yeah, but tell me when we get off.
Listen, y'all, listen. Shay, listen, I don't want to know where it's at. See, I'm my bird box. Y'all remember that bird box? I don't want to see nothing. I want to hear nothing. Listen.
Hey, I just want to leave with one thing and say our service is better than your local hotel.
Period. And it was nice. We gonna do how they do it when you go on the cruise and they make the little birds and stuff on the table on the bed.
Come on.
What y'all gonna be making? Fallopian tubes and penises and size of.
We gonna have little baby heads in the inside of the child.
This thing say fallopian tube.
Listen, y'all is crazy. Listen, y'all.
Listen,
Don Julio then creeped up, that crown creeped up, that wine. Yeah. But listen, guys, we do appreciate you guys for tuning in. We do. Make sure that you guys tune in. The new time is 7 p.m. Central Time, which is 8 p.m. Eastern Time, and 5 o'clock if you're on the West Coast. But yeah, if you guys have any suggestions, if you want to be on the show, make sure y'all hit any one of us up in our inbox. Let us know. As always, we can't do this without you guys. So we appreciate you guys' feedback. More importantly, I appreciate my panel, guys. I mean, really, it's some good people to come on here because we may not always agree, but we can respectfully disagree. We can have adult conversations. We can talk about anything. And I appreciate you guys. And more importantly, y'all time. Y'all jump on here. I have you guys. And you know, we talk about anything. And you guys don't know how easy that makes the show flow, you know, and good and bad and different. I love all y'all. Till next time. And guess what, guys? Don't make sure you share this, like, share, subscribe if you're on YouTube. And we out, y'all. All right. Peace out.
Thanks, everybody.